Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Hey guys, how are you? Good morning, good morning. How do you do? Good morning, good morning. Hey guys, hello, hello. Um, hello everybody. Okay, so this morning I want to talk about making your bed and daily affirmations. Hi, Strawberry, how are you? Yeah, so I just wanted to come here and talk about making your bed, the importance of making your bed, and daily positive affirmations. Yeah, and I feel like it's the best time to start this is like in the morning because hi Strawberry. Yeah, like it sort of sets the tone for the day, right? So my husband had told me about this Admiral Mark Revan. I think there's a video of him online that's been there for quite some time. And it just happened that as we were talking last night, it came up and he's just like basically talking about the importance of making your bed. He was in the Navy SEALs and he says he found it quite odd that they were being asked to like make their bed and to make it like to perfection, yeah, because in his mind they were being trained to be warriors. So he was just like, but why do I need to make my bed, you know? Oh, you love making your bed. That is so cute. That is really nice. Yeah. I love it too. Yeah. So he was like over the years he managed to find meaning in that act, right? So I'll just read out a few of his words verbatim. These words play with me sometimes. And for all who are new here, thank you so much for joining me. And you can just please show me some love by subscribing to my channel. All right, so this is some of his words. So he said, if you can't do the little things right, you will never be able to do the big things right. This might sound simple, but it's very profound, you know? Yeah. And it's in the little things. Yeah. Sometimes starting is the most difficult thing. Yeah. I have a feeling that we all want to do better. We all want to. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anyone in the world who just wants to live a mediocre life. I think that's my feeling. Yeah, I feel like all of us want to excel. We want to be exemplary. but it takes a lot of efforts and hard work to do that. And sometimes we just need to start to make the first step. It might be scary, it might be daunting, but once you make the first step and you continue making other steps and other steps, it becomes a little bit easier. And even if it doesn't become easier, you get like meaning and purpose and fulfillment in doing it. All right. Another one of his quotes in his speech while he was talking about making your bed in the morning is a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. This is what worked for him. Some of us can have different reasons why we love making our beds, but this is just what the admiral got from making his bed every day that he was at the Navy SEALs. Yeah. And then the other quote of his is a made bed give. Okay, I already read that one. And then the other one was like, so if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. So this is verbatim what he said. The other thing that also struck out for me was when he said that you can, this one I'm just paraphrasing, that when you go out into the world and you come back, and then you find your made bed, your comfortable bed, then you like even if you had a difficult day or an exhausting day and you come back to a made bed, at least you have something good to come home to, you know? Yeah. So, oh, Strawberry says, I love it because I do something. Oh, yeah. Yes, you do something and you feel proud of yourself. Yeah. So, thank you guys for voting. I can see here we have 9 votes. 44% say yes, they make their beds. 56% say no. All right. Yeah. So, for those who make beds like Strawberry and myself, I think it's just, it might seem routine, but it gives you just like a little bit of fulfillment and sometimes even just a sense of pride that you've, you know, done something. Especially for me when I change the sheets, like when I'm laying the bed with new sheets, when it's all clean and smelling all nice. Yeah, I really feel good when I do that. Yeah. So guys, thank you for voting. That is nice. For those who are new here, thank you also for subscribing and liking my live. Um, the other thing I want to talk about is affirmations, positive affirmations. Um, so I've had people talking about positive affirmations, like they speak to themselves and they say, you know, all these positive things. And at first, I used to think it was cheesy, to be honest. Yeah, I wasn't sold the first time I heard of this concept of, you know, saying daily positive affirmations to yourself. And I started like attending, it's like, I don't want to call it a therapy session, but it feels so therapeutic. Uh, it's called tapping. Once I get like more information that I can articulate myself fluently on this subject, I will let you guys know. But for now, I'll just give you an overview of what it is. It's like where you touch on different parts of your body and you're sort of meditating as you say positive things, you know, to yourself. Yeah. And when you really get into it and you get in tune with it, it just releases a lot of negative energy and you feel lighter, you know? And yeah, so this is something that I am, you know, starting to do. I don't do it every single day. So I need to challenge myself to do it. And I think the first step for me would be to like write down maybe 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day. Yeah. Oh, it relieves your ADHD. Oh, that is nice that it does that, Strawberry. That is cool. Yeah. So I'm challenging myself to start by writing down like three things I'm grateful for. Just because sometimes it's very easy for us to complain. Yeah, because the world is, I always say the world is hard enough. I can't say this enough. We are all going through like difficult periods in our life, seasons and challenges, and so in the midst of all this busyness and just trying to stay afloat and figure things out, we might really lose sight of the fact that we have so many blessings and we have so many good things going around us. So I feel like this would be like us taking a step back and just looking at life, through a different angle. Yeah. Like instead of seeing your glass half full, you see half empty, you see it half full. Yes. I work from my bed. I never leave it. Horrible habits. Hi, Jordan Jackson. You must be a pro because I don't know. I can't work like from my bed. I would be like sleeping off. Even on a comfortable couch, I cannot. Yeah. So, sometimes you pee yourself in bed. Interesting. Okay. Do you do something about it? Because that might not be nice. Yeah. Is it like a condition you have, or it's something you're like, oh, Amireza SHR, hi, hey, how are you? Yeah, so in my journey for positive affirmations that I recently started, I start by writing down three things I'm grateful for, and I take it from there, right? JK Strawberry, what does JK mean? Yeah, so for example, oh, I'm doing good, and you? I mean, Reza, I'm fine. Yeah, so what do I do? I sometimes I have insecurities. I feel like most of us do. And for the longest time, I was, just bothered with some features that I have. And I look into the mirror, and in some instances, I don't see my beauty. And beauty for me is not just vanity. It's not just like the face, the outside appearance. Yeah, it's from inside out. But what do I see? I see, this is what I see when I look in the mirror. And sometimes I'm not like super pleased with what I see. And these insecurities can sometimes just wear me down, and it brings in a lot of negative thoughts. Yeah, because if I see, I'll give you an example. I might look into the mirror and I see, oh my gosh, my nose is like so big. It would be better if it's like, smaller and things like that. And when I continue dwelling on that, I see another insecurity and another thing and another thing. And so it can be easy for me to just stay in that bubble. And these thoughts, when they constantly play in my mind, like negativity breeds more negativity, and then it wears me down. So this is where the art of writing down the things I'm grateful for, and the what is it called, and doing the daily positive affirmations, they really help me. Yeah, I was joking that I pee myself. Oh, okay. For a moment I was like, oh my god. Okay, all right. So that's good. Can I ask how old are you and what do you do for a living? I'm Reza. I am 37 years old, and right now I'm a housewife. I'm not working yet. Yeah, so okay. Thank you guys for your questions. And thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for the likes. All right. So I'll give you an example of maybe how it goes. So I can wake up in the morning, I make my bed, yeah. I say a prayer, and I of course I brush my teeth, and maybe make some tea or whatever I feel like having at the time. And then I just write down like three things I'm grateful for. Yeah, recently I've like been super, super grateful for life, just, I look younger. Oh, thank you. Logan, I don't understand your question. Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, so I write down things I'm grateful for. I'm super, super grateful for life because nowadays I don't take it for granted that I can go to bed and wake up, Just going to bed to sleep and waking up to me is a miracle. Yeah. So that is one thing I'm always super grateful for life. Yeah. I'm also grateful for sleep, like being able to sleep. Why? Because I sometimes I have episodes of insomnia, and I talked about this in a different live. Insomnia can really be very, very frustrating and uncomfortable. Yeah, it's just something that you don't want to go through. So when I get like sound sleep, I get to sleep well. I am grateful for that. Um, and I am grateful for the gift of family, just having family that I know I can depend on, and they can depend on me, and they love me. So not everyone in the world has that. I think sometimes we assume that everybody has family members that they are in touch with, and that they can talk and laugh with, and yeah. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm mostly grateful also for my mom, that I still have her, that we still have her. And yeah, so that's just like an example of the three things I would write that I'm grateful for. Of course, it changes, it varies like every day. Yes, some can stay the same, maybe one or two, or it could vary depending on how I've woken up that day. Yes, so and from there, once I already like have this mindset that I am grateful for these things and I am blessed, and yeah, so it just puts me in a positive space, happy space, yeah. And then from there, I just start making affirmations, right? Yeah. I look in the mirror and I see that I am beautiful, and I say to myself, you are beautiful, you are amazing. Yeah, so um, oh, thank you guys for voting. We have 18 votes. 56% of the people say yes, you make your bed every morning. 44% no. All right. So I just want to share like different uh, examples of affirmations. You don't have to use them. Uh, Zoe's on you love. Oh, yeah, you don't have to use these specific ones that I'm sharing with you, but just depending on you, your life, how you're feeling. Yeah, so it's really good to be positive, to have a positive attitude, because negativity just for the longest time I was in a space where like all these negative thoughts were just draining me. First of all, it overworks your brain. Yeah, when you're thinking of negative things, it takes a lot of energy, and you're just like, oh, and it will be one after the other. It's like things are just coming at you in all directions. You try to duck, but it comes and comes. Yeah, so I've found out that having a positive outlook to things, being positive, and just having that kind of energy, it's, yeah, there's just something uplifting about it, and I like it, I enjoy it. I hope that I'll continue being this way, positive vibes. Yeah, so because it really helps. Yeah, so it helps also to improve your self-worth. I'll just look at a few things that these daily affirmations do, and I can attest to most, if not all of them. Yeah, it helps improve your self-worth. Say, for example, I say to myself, I'm beautiful, I'm capable. Like I am my number one supporter. Yeah, I'm intelligent, I can do it. So when I keep saying this to myself, and repeat it, I believe it, yeah? And it just gives me the drive that I need. And yeah, I believe in my worthiness. So even if someone talks down at me, especially on the internet, sometimes people say things that are just horrendous, Yeah, so when I already have this kind of mindset, and I say these things to myself, then it really helps me to improve my self-worth, okay? And also to cultivate a positive image. I think I've touched on that already. um Let me see. Oh, I thought someone had texted. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, and then it also helps to improve your physical health. I'm not so sure about this because I can't really quantify and say that being this way has helped improve my physical health, but we shall see. Yeah, I'll continue practice. Oh my God. I'll continue practicing it and I'll see how that goes. I'll see if it will translate into my physical health. Yeah. And then changing negative thinking. Yes, I already talked about that. That is like instant. Once you start thinking positively, once you start writing things you're grateful for, like you write it and you believe it. So instantly it just starts working on it starts chipping away at that negativity block. You just chip at it. One affirmation at a time, one affirmation at a time, and before you know it, negativity is out, gone. You kick negativity out of your life. Yeah, and also to transform like your self-esteem. I think if it improves your self-worth, your self-esteem is boosted. Especially in today's world where standards are just like beyond perfection. When you see things, everyone looks perfect, everything seems perfect, everyone seems to be living the best life, and you might feel like, oh my gosh, like you're being left behind. What are you doing? Yeah, and it can really affect your self-esteem. But believe you me, when you start believing in yourself and saying all these affirmations and being grateful for your small wins, which will lead to bigger wins. Yeah, so um I feel like it can help you also with your mental health. I don't want to delve so much into mental health because I'm not an expert, but I just feel like if you don't have all these thoughts that are, you know, always like running in your mind, and especially negative thoughts, it just eases your brain of all that unnecessary uh activity that is not really helpful to you. Yeah. So, yeah. Uh the benefits are like amazing, and that is why I am on a journey of positivity, of being grateful, and saying all these positive affirmations to myself. And I hope you can join me on this journey as well. Yeah. Yeah, and see how it works for you. And I feel like it's a good way to start the day. Yeah. And of course, this does not mean that you just go through your day happy and smiling and no, because sometimes things happen, and all emotions are healthy. You can be upset, you can be angry, you can be annoyed, but when you've already started on this foundation, you also find out that your reaction is different, right? If you are just full of negativity, if someone annoys you or something happens, then your reaction is bound to be like explosive. But if you're already in this mood, in this space, and then something like that happens, then your reaction will tend to be a little bit different. Yeah. Because your outlook to life is different. It can even change your worldview. So, yeah, just start small and see how that goes. Yeah. All right. Unless any of you has any questions, about this. So let me see, 48% of you make your bed in the morning, 52% say no. All right. That's fine, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, but I make my bed every morning, and I don't know, I just find, I don't know which word to use. Yeah. But I just feel fulfilled. When I make that bed, I'm like, okay, I know my bed is made, you know? And I know that it's there ready waiting for me to just curl up in it in the night and sleep. Yeah. So I like it. And I most especially enjoy when I'm changing the sheets. Yeah, because I know I'm gonna put in new sheets and it's gonna smell so good. Yeah, there's just that peace that comes with me knowing that the bed is made, you know? Yeah. Another thing that I find for therapeutic for me is doing dishes, but I only find it therapeutic when I'm using like uh warm water, not like colds. Yeah. So when the water just runs through my hand, I feel good. Sometimes I use the dishwasher, but when I feel like I just need that kind of therapy, um I just need like that kind of, what last night's energy usually follows me into the next day. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I hope the night's energy is like good energy, Jason. Yeah. Maybe you can try this. I don't know if it will work for you, but you can just try and see. It doesn't hurt to try. What do you think, Jason RC? Yeah. Or maybe this is something you can try before you go to bed. Maybe it might work for you that way, especially if the energy is not good. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But thank you for sharing. Guys, those who are new here, you can, after you subscribe, you can press the notification bell. It will show you when I go live. I'll be going live later on. And so you can join me as we talk about different things. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just give you different examples of positive affirmations, just like guidelines. You don't have to say these exact affirmations. Yeah, it's better for you to like just do what works for you because you know what you're struggling with. You know what negative thoughts are like in your mind. So starting from there, I feel would be a great start. All right. Okay, so um I was just looking up like for me, I already shared for you my affirmations. I say that I am beautiful, I am blessed. I am destined for success, I am an amazing, beautiful human being. So I say these things to myself so that I can put these things into practice. So even if someone comes and tells me like you're this, you're that, you're that, you know, I go back to that and then I'm like, what did you say? Yeah. Yeah. You said you're this, you're this. So try and put those affirmations into action or into practice, however you might say it. Okay. Yeah. So um what can I say? No, these ones are like for kids. I'm looking for what we can say as adults. Yeah. And I've also seen other parents do this with their kids in the morning, as they head out to go to school. Before they go, they ask their kids, or they say together with their kids. Yeah. Yeah. So it could be something that you can do for those who have kids or nephews or nieces. It's something that you can do with them. Yeah. So let me see. Okay, all right. So I'll just give you a few examples. Wait. Oh, guys, thank you for voting. I see we have 46% make their bed every morning, 54% no. Yeah. So A majority do not make the bed in the morning. That is interesting to know. I was thinking that maybe it will be the other way around, you know? Yeah. Has any of you ever tried, you know, practicing like saying daily affirmations? You can let me know in the chat. I would like to hear from you too. Let me know if you have ever tried this or if it's something you're interested in to try. Talk to me, let me know, you know. Yeah. So, oh, I didn't like give a short definition of what, affirmations are. It's just what, you know, you can just derive the meaning from what we've shared. Yeah. So they're short, powerful, simple statements that really help you, combat negative thoughts and self-doubts. Yeah. So something along those lines. Okay. So, and it starts with like an active statement. You can say, I am, my body is, my mind is, or I love something. Yeah. So these are some of the affirmations. I've just pulled them up from a site on the internet. I'll let you know. I've already shared my kind of affirmations, the ones that I use myself. Yeah, so some affirmations are, I am worthy of love and acceptance. I am grateful for my abilities and my gifts. My thoughts are peaceful and calm. My thoughts are peaceful and calm. Yeah. And I am grateful for and love my body and all it does for me. This one I think would be a nice one, especially when you have all these insecurities about your body or you're ailing or yeah, so you just you can say I'm grateful for and love my body and all it does for me. Yeah. So, yeah. So it's different. The affirmations, they really like the affirmations vary depending on what issue you're tackling. You could be going through a difficult time, so from that situation you draw your affirmations. Yeah. So it's really because you're combating these negative thoughts, so it's from that you draw your affirmation, to like yeah, to like try and just dispel all these negative thoughts and anything that can try to like drain you and pull you down. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Also, maybe there are couples who are struggling to have a baby, and you can just have like different affirmations that you say for this. Yeah. And it's a way of speaking to your body, to your mind, and to your soul. Say it until you believe it and until it happens. Yeah. So that is what works for me. So yeah, 25 votes. Thank you guys for voting. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for liking my video too. Is this something that you're thinking of trying or you think you can try? Let me know in the chat below. Another affirmation is like, I will treat myself with kindness, patience, and respect. How powerful and beautiful is that? I will treat myself with kindness, patience, and respect. Like being kind to yourself. Because honestly, I can attest to this. Sometimes I was just like not kind to me. How was that? I would wake up, not even like nourish myself by having a healthy breakfast or just something to kick start the day. I would say the whole day without like hydrating properly. And then yeah, so there were times where I would just think like work, 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 or I would put everyone else needs before myself. Because I'm just this kind of person. I always want people to have a good time, especially when I'm with them. I just want them to like enjoy their life, to be super comfortable. So I put that, you know, I prioritize that. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but it's just like I should not do that at the expense of myself, because who's pouring into me? Yeah, especially when the same is not reciprocated. So I need to take care of me so I can take care of others, right? So the way I treat other people with kindness, you know, with patience and with respect, uh, I should learn to do the same to myself. Yeah, because I am my harshest critic, you know? I am such a harsh critic to myself. Sometimes it's crazy. Thank you for such positive and powerful advice. Oh, hi, Soul Survivor. Thank you. Yeah. So sometimes I am so harsh on myself. I criticize myself, you know, and it's not bad to like do that, you know. It's a good thing. But then again, sometimes I feel like I go to the extreme and I don't take time to care for myself. Yeah. And this is something that I've been learning, you know, daily. Yeah. So I try to take care of me too, you know. Yeah, so that I can have more to pour into other people. Yeah. So yeah, these affirmations, they're really helping me, because there was at a point in my life my head would be heavy. I'm not even kidding you, like literally heavy, because I'm thinking of a lot of things, and the way my thoughts were designed, and sometimes still are, is like to think of the worst case scenario, you know. So I might receive good news, but instead of enjoying the good news and looking at all the positive things that could come from that, I automatically start thinking of different kind of worst case scenario, and that was not good for my health, is not good for my health or anybody's health. It's the worst thing you can do to yourself, right? Yeah. And I don't know if it comes from trauma, I don't know if it comes from fear. I really don't know what the root of the problem is, but what I'm trying to do now, I am really trying to just, you know, enjoy the moments as they come. Yeah. And really try to see more of the positive. Of course, we live in a world that is not perfect. So negativity will always be there. Things will not go the way we always plan. Yeah. But this should not stop us from enjoying the things that we've been blessed with, you know? Yeah. And also just taking time to take care of us so that we can take care of those who are close to us and also take care of others, right? Yeah. So when I am in the right space of mind, when I am having all these positive thoughts and I'm happy, I would say, so it's easy for me to really be able to treat others better, to transfer this kind of energy to others, you know. Yeah, because honestly, I never want to be the reason that someone's day is spoiled. That thing would hurt me so much. Yeah, I always don't want. That's why sometimes even when someone is being mean or something, so I'll give you an example as I wrap it up. I'm a bit long-winded, guys, so just bear with me. Okay, so I'll give you an example. I was working in hospitality for the longest time, and at the front desk. Yeah, so this is a situation that I was working at the front desk. I've worked in guest relations and I've worked as a receptionist at the front desk. So sometimes when you have guests coming in, there are those busy seasons where rooms are not ready on time. Okay, so standard check-in time is normally like at 3 p.m. Where I was working, 3 p.m. Yeah, other hotels have that at 2 p.m., but mostly 3 p.m. So, but the checkout time is at 12 noon. Okay. And we do these calls. They're called departure calls. So you make those calls like an hour before noon. Okay. So you make the call like at around 11. and you make the call in such a way that the guest doesn't feel like you're chasing them, because you don't want to spoil someone's experience, especially after they've come on holiday and they've had such a beautiful time. Most people save a lot of, they take time to save the money so that they can just come and enjoy vacation. Yeah. So I always put this into consideration. I don't want to spoil someone's, vacation. So I'm very tender in my approach. And also in your voice, when you speak to someone over the phone, your energy can also be felt through the phone. So if I'm on the phone and I'm rolling my eyes while talking to someone, it's very easy for someone to pick up on that energy, right? Yeah. So it's very important how you communicate to someone via phone, through the email, because even through your words, that someone can feel the energy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm saying all this to say that we make the call, and then so normally what we would ask is like, oh, hi, how are you doing, how was your stay, is everything okay? And then you ask like, would you like help with your luggage for your checkout at 12 noon? Yeah, you see this approach, it's like, and you can word your things differently depending on how the conversation is, and then that's when you get to hear from the guest that, oh, they could be like, okay, oh, I'm planning to stay another night, right? So you take it from there and you guide them accordingly. Yeah. And you can help them. It depends if you have time to help them then, or you can ask your colleague to help them. And another one would be like, oh, really? The checkout is at 12 noon? Why? Because maybe during check-in, this detail was maybe missed by the person checking them in, or they just forgot. You've come to the hotel, you've had a blast, you don't know what time you're supposed to check out, right? And for others, it's also very important because it's a reminder that they have a flight to catch, or they need to be somewhere, or a meeting or something like that. Yeah. So once this is done, and then so these are the departure calls you make for the guests to check out. And why is this important also? Because you want most of the rooms, if not all, to be checked out so that the housekeeping staff has enough time to prepare the rooms. Now, if you have ever been in housekeeping, or you know of someone in housekeeping, hats off to people working in housekeeping, because it is not the easiest of jobs. It is not. Trust me. I've been on the floor with the housekeeping staff. It is not easy, and they have to work fast, and they have to make sure the room is clean as per the standards. They have to sanitize and disinfect stuff. So that's why it's important for the front desk staff to make sure that the rooms are ready. The guest has checked out in time for housekeeping to prepare the rooms. Again, I'm saying all this to say that all of these processes will determine how your check-in process will be. Why? Because sometimes people show up earlier than expected. For example, the check-in is at 3 p.m. and someone shows up at 8 a.m. you know Another person might show up at 11. Ideally, we are required to charge extra early check-in fee for anyone who checks in earlier than 3 p.m. Okay, but we always go based on the situation, based on the season. Is it a high season where if you give someone free early check-in, it will be an issue maybe with finance or something? So you just have to weigh and see how it goes. And depending on the situation, if you see maybe it's a mother with kids and they're from a long flight, and maybe because of planning they missed a day and they've come in very early, so we always try to go the extra mile, go out of our way to try and reach a medium where the business is happy and the guests are happy. Yeah, so there's this one scenario where it was 3 p.m., it's check-in time, and half of the rooms were not ready. Why? Because in busy seasons, people check out late, and it's not enough time for the rooms to be made, you know, up to the standards that is required, because we want you to check in the room that we promise you, you know. Yeah. So this particular day, the line was so long, and most of the people were not happy at all. They were upset, super, super, super upset. And that really tests you, you know. It's good to be nice and happy when the person is also nice to you. But when the person is cranky and shouting at the top of their voice at you, it's not the easiest of things, you know. But I just, in that moment, I just, you know, remind myself like, people go through difficult times. I don't know why the person is shouting. Maybe he has a very important meeting and he needs to go shower and rush for the meeting. Maybe a lot of things are on the line, you know, or maybe he's just off or a flight that maybe had complications and he was not pleased with that. And then he gets to a taxi, which maybe it takes him round and round and round, and he comes to me when he's already charged up, right? So I try to take that approach, and to be honest, it has really worked, because there were people who, a few instances, maybe they called me out of my name, or they were so upset and shouting. And the way I handled them, they would just come back and, you know, be like, oh, I'm really sorry about earlier. I hope you're not offended, or things like that. I'm so, so sorry. This was the situation. One time, I came to find out that there's a lady, she was so, so upset. And when I talked to her, she had just received news of a death in the family. And that really crushed me. And I could not help, you know, I could not stop my tears. I was just like, wow, you know? So imagine if such a person came to me in a certain approach. Maybe she would seem impatient or stuff like that, and I don't extend grace to them. Imagine what that would do to them, because they are already suffering loss. So you don't want to add to someone's pain. Yeah. And I know sometimes it's a nuisance when someone is talking smack to you and saying all these things. It's not easy. We are humans, we have emotions, right? Yeah. You get upset, you get annoyed, you want to react. Yeah. But I think for me, it was the training and the experience and just understanding how things work, you know, the whole process, you know, in hospitality, and what it takes for people to actually come and spend money. And you know, there was one lady, as I wrap up, there's one lady, she was actually so, so upset. She came to the check-in desk and she was so upset. I could see that she's visibly upset. Yeah. And I just found a tender way, because I don't also want to pry into people's private lives. It's not professional and it's not nice, especially for a stranger, someone you don't know, right? So she was so visibly upset, and I just found a way to like talk to her, and she just let it all out. She's like, my husband is somewhere in Ibiza just partying and stuff like that. I am not happy. It's not nice, you know. So they had like a situation in their marriage, which is normal. People go through stuff in marriages. And she had just come to the hotel to relax and just try to put things into perspective. And because of the way I talked to her, and she really felt, you know, like I was listening. I gave her a listening ear, and it calmed her down. And we even talked. And at the end of it, we were like just jokingly laughing about stuff. And I feel like that it made my, as much as I made her day, she made my day too. Yeah. Because where I was working, I was staying away from family, and yeah, interacting with people at such levels. Those are, yeah, like I would say, out of my hospitality journey, those are the moments that really mean a lot to me. Yeah, when I'm able to just help impact someone's life just in little stuff. And how I wish I knew about these daily positive affirmations. I would have done even greater. You know. Yeah, but we always learn, we live and learn. Life is a journey, and it's a learning process. So my parting shot for now is like, you know, Go out there, be great, spread love, spread happiness, spread a lot of positivity. And also, just as you do this, be careful as well, because the world is also not full of good people, right? So just have this self-awareness so that you don't put yourself also in situations of danger, yeah? In the internet, in the real world, as you extend yourself to other people, as you show grace, as you show love, as you spread positive vibes, take care of yourself too, be aware of your surroundings, and yeah. That's it from me for now, and I am so so grateful to all of you. Thank you for listening to me, taking your time to spend, you know taking time out of your busy schedule to be here and listen to me, and for voting and liking my live and subscribing. And I will see you all soon. All right. Bye.